have things like send us your email, we'll send you X leads twice a month, once a month. Majority of them are reselling data.
Right.
But there's nothing that you can do where you go in and say, as of today, in 77036, which is one of the highest rent to purchase ratio counties, where I can buy the cheapest and charge one of the highest rents, which is great for landlords. In that zip code, show me everybody who has been on the MLS, let's say for the past 3 months,
Right.
hasn't paid their taxes in the last 90 days, and has an over 65 exemption. One example. Try doing that anywhere else other than real acquisitions. Impossible. Can't do
Yeah,
it.
it's not out there right now.
Somewhere.
I would know about it because I see all the stuff that goes on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that we are trying to scale nationwide. So we've figured out what it takes to do that on a nationwide basis.
Yeah.
Now it's a question of raising the right capital, just going out there and doing it.
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. We were looking at people that have recently filed for probate and had a recent foreclosure. It's a great list to go after.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are tons of things. Or people who had an expired MLS, property that expired on the MLS,
Right.
is not currently active and had a tax lawsuit or a tax delinquency or a bankruptcy or a loan modification. It's a
Right.
great combination. In fact, we just finished a campaign where we did all the people who are active on the MLS for rent, not for sale.
Right.
Active on the MLS for rent for more than 3 months, as non-pending, properties are not pending, and are coming up for foreclosure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have affiliates for RA?
We do.
Besides Ross, because I literally have 106,000 people on the email list.
Yeah, man, we'd love to talk to you.
I've got over 21,000 or so on my Facebook group.
Yeah. You
So-
have 21,000 friends on Facebook? Gee, were you mighty stars?
in my group, I have 5,000 personal friends on my Facebook page. That's the most I'll let you have.
Yeah.
But I have the largest real estate investment group on Facebook in Houston.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's the group called?
713 Houston Area Real Estate Network.
Awesome.
Yeah, Ross Alex is on there a lot. Yeah. So, I could probably help you push stuff out if you want
I'd love to, man.
to. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know you had I didn't know you had affiliates. You know,
What?
that you had affiliates set up, or for.
Yeah, we do affiliates. We just don't. We haven't pushed the affiliates too much yet.
Yeah.
But when the RA reboot comes, we're simplifying. Because you know what? No matter how much of all of us do investments, we'll always be at a different level than somebody who's just getting started. All they want is click download. Give me a probate list in this list. That's it.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's a large majority of the people in
It
this
is.
business.
It is.
It's just such high turnover.
And
Every
we've
6
never,
months you got a new crop.
unfortunately, we've never addressed that crowd. So the RA reboot, against my better, well, I shouldn't say against my better judgment, but that's the first time we're doing that point and click type lists. Go in there, point, click, we're done with it. But the reality is, if you're a kung fu ninja direct mail guy, you need additional filters.
Yeah.
You know that. You've been in this business longer than anyone else, so you can't just do a probate list or absentee list and ejaculate. In fact, one of the campaigns we're testing out right now is unsold builder inventory. Builders who haven't sold their inventory
Right.
and
We're getting
have,
desperate.
and have loan modifications.
Right.
Oh.
Wow.
So unsold builder inventory with loan modifications.
Nice. Yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool.
When is you're talking about the reboot? When does the new version or the reboot? I guess is
Summer. This
okay.
year.
And what's it going to include that's not already there?
So for us, for people like you and I that are doing a lot of direct mail, nothing new. The interface will be simplified a lot. But for somebody who's just getting started, it'll be basically a very one of the concepts if you're going for is something called quick lists. So the idea of quick lists will be you can go in and just say, I don't even want to think. I just choose an area and here are all the lists available in that area. And as you know, as of this morning, here's the most current list of people that are behind taxes. As of this morning, in this zip code, in this neighborhood, in this county, here are all the people that are coming up for foreclosure. Here are all the people that are loan modifications. Here are all the people that have just filed for probate, whatever. So those quick lists is something that we're shooting for brand new people.
Okay.
Then when they download that, are you then they from that data do they pull it off as a CSV file and upload it to their mail system, or does RA merge with mail systems?
It already has its own.
That's what I thought it did. Okay, yeah,
So we do not merge with any existing mailing
Okay.
system like Yellow Letter and all
right,
this.
right, right.
But we have a very competitively priced direct mail already.
And does it have variable data printing like Go Big Printing does, where it'll take the CSV file and put in dear or Tom Smith regarding your property at 123 Main Street, variable data printing like that, or is it just generic printing? So variable data printing is where you pull a CSV,
Okay.
uploads it to the system, and it just plugs and plays that data, name, address.
So
Into the
but,
mail piece.
So the idea is that you've created again, we have to stop thinking 1980s.
Right, yeah.
I think there's no concept of CSV anymore. The concept is, here are the people who are in trouble. I want to send them a letter. All of this concept of downloading,
Yeah.
converting, forget about all that, man. I mean, you're talking 30 years ago. The idea is, here are people in trouble, boom, like Amazon. When you go and shop on Amazon, that quick buy, I've already pre-programmed my template, I pre-programmed my mailing address, I pre-programmed my return phone number. I just want to click one damn button and send a letter to these people.
Yeah, and you can do it from within yours, where you have the mail,
You
the
can
letter,
do it, you
the
can do it
letters.
directly from Relic.
Okay,
All this concept of CSV
Yeah.
is gone.
right.
Huh.
One of the things we're experimenting with, and let's see if you're able to pull it off, is
Hello?
going to be where, irrespective of volume,
Yes.
we can charge you the same rate. Like for example,
Yeah.
all mailing systems right now have volume-based reduced rate. What we're
Right.
wanting to shoot for is 1 letter or
Yes,
10
sir.
letters or 50 letters, same rate. Postcards 45 cents, first class mail $1.
Yeah, it's in the back of the house.
So we're talking to some mailing companies to see if we can bulk purchase in advance.
Yeah.
So buy a couple $100,000 of mailing, beginning of the
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
and then pass on that group discount
Okay.
to individual. So you can come in and say, okay, I just want to send 1 letter, or I just want to send 20 letters, and we can do that. Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, we
You're
strongly believe that the future of reaching out to distressed sellers
All
is
right.
no longer in
Sounds
direct
good.
mail.
Thank you.
It's
All right.
in
Bye-bye.
social media like Facebook and text messaging. So we're trying to come up with an integration where here are the 500 people that I want to reach out to, and instead of 1 point of contact, how can I have 3 points of contact? How can I reach them in direct mail? How can I reach them through social media? How can I reach them through text message? So all 3 together, integrated into the system. So you don't have to do any of that thing again of this and this and this.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised, man, how many people today are available, ready to do business with you on Facebook. And there are many systems out there that can actually help pull cell phone numbers. So we're trying to integrate with those. So no longer direct mail only. I want to reach this guy. How does it matter if I reach him through direct mail or,
Yeah.
or Facebook or text message?
And direct mail's got to be. I still say that's radio ads and that type of thing. Direct mail is one of the more expensive costs of marketing.
Yeah.
When you figure how much is, I'd very quickly put a sheet together of like 20 ways to market to sellers, and most of them were either very inexpensive or free. But outside of radio ads or TV ads, direct mail was the most expensive on that quick list I put together, of 20 different ways. And if you're just, and people, especially people starting off, direct mail is a whole unknown, they think it's cast a wide net.
Yeah.
They do 2 things wrong. Normally one of 2 extremes that I've found. They send out 500 pieces to just a list of, it's absentee owner as an example. Absentee owner, well, I heard this on a podcast somewhere, 500, and they send 500 letters. They go, well, that didn't work. They do
Did it
that.
one time.
Yeah, they stick,
This business does not work.
yeah, it's a scam. Or they do the opposite, where they'll send out, let's say they send out, 1,000 pieces a month, but there's no rhyme or reason.
Yep.
It's just they're casting such a thin little net instead of going deep. So instead of going deep, they go wide, but they don't do wide with any sort of reasoning behind what they're doing. And they're just throwing money around everywhere. And I tell people that for marketing, that what I have found is whether I had a lot of money for marketing, or when I had a lot of money for marketing, or times when I didn't have any money for marketing, the best marketing I felt like that I did was when I had very little money to spend on marketing, because I got the creative juices flowing.
Yep.
You know, and suddenly,
And you're not listening to these guru seminars and webinars of this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You should do the same.
yeah,
I agree with you, man. We do 4 things for our acquisitions. And again, we're not buying like 500 homes a year. But the transactions that we do, and I guarantee you, anybody who is serious and successful in acquisitions, off-market acquisitions, and you've been there, I hope you'll grab what I'm saying, will not just do direct mail. We do 4 things. Number 1, we spend 80% of our time in location research. People don't do that. Why should I be marketing where I should be marketing? People just don't do that. It's a very random thing, just like you said.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to everybody's on probate, everybody's on this. But location-based research. So an example of a location-based research could be what I gave before. Rent versus purchase ratio. It's actually very simple.
yeah,
You go to HAR in our case, Netris in your case.
Yeah.
Now HAR is in your background too, backyard as well.
Yeah.
Dallas. But very simple. I pull up based on my gross yield. I'm looking for 14% gross yield for my rentals. So I'm pulling up properties that are listed for lease, not for sale, for lease at $1,200. I pull up those subdivisions. And against those subdivisions, which of these subdivisions is selling between 80 to 90,000? That's it. That's it. There's no magic formula or this big data processing of this.
yeah.
And if you're a wholesaler, you hit those subdivisions. Like Houston has approximately 2,900 subdivisions. At any given time, you're focusing on about 6 or 7. But I guarantee you this, man. If you're a wholesaler, you do these subdivisions at a time, you will fly your wholesale leads like this. Which landlord, which wholesaler today is giving me a 14-15% gross yield landlord lead? Nobody. Everybody's at 1% rule of thumb, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
40%, 50% gross yield, nothing. So anyway, so location-based research, we spend a lot of time. Second is we recruit a lot of agents. We use VAs, virtual assistants. Simply pick up the phone. So once we've identified these neighborhoods, we pick up the phone and say, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm looking to actively buy in this subdivision. I'm looking to buy between houses that are listed for sale between 80,000 and 90,000. All in. They're very clear, very upfront. We'll be making cash offers. And if you have those, and remember, we're not trying to lowball because the median value is $80,000, $90,000. We're not trying to lowball them at all. And if you have a deal that's coming up from market, we are not represented, so you can act as an intermediary to keep 6%. And just like that, in 2 minutes, you recruit a local agent. And those are freaking best friends when it comes to acquisitions. Second thing, we do a lot of print media. So not just direct mail, but print media is door signs, local flyers at local events. We do a lot of that, depending on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Depending on the neighborhood, I would also do yard signs. In fact, one of the things we've done successfully, not always, is instead of doing random yard signs on cross streets, is pay homeowners, like I'll pay you $25 a month if you let me put this in your yard. Find 5 or 6 strategically placed homes in the right intersections. And for a couple $100, you have a sign that is for sure there without you having to run around 15 places.
We used to do that.
I buy houses in there. Okay.
I'll pay you $25
Right.
to put the sign in your yard with your permission.
We
There's
used-
no neighborhood association, nothing
Nope.
that can say it's my sign, it's in my yard.
We did that before with directional signs for leasing to buy. We've got nice, Coroplast signs for directional signs, lease purchase, whatever. It's all pre-printed, some handwritten garbage. And we would pay, houses that were perfectly located, like $100
Yeah.
or whatever. Hey, can I put the sign in your yard? $100. And we've had people, some of them, would tell us to piss off. Some of them would say, yeah. And I still remember a couple of them where one of my drivers saw him pull the sign up, or they pulled the sign up to mow and edge, and they put the put the sign back in for us, you know, because they're getting paid, you know. And you know what? If I could find those homeowners, those are the ones I should hire as, you know, driving for dollar people or something, you know. they're employees.
The third thing, to go back to my point, is we sponsor local open houses. Especially when we're doing high-end neighborhoods, like right now we're marketing in Westview, Bel Air. In those neighborhoods, we sponsor open houses
For the agents.
for the agents.
Okay, so talk about that. That's interesting.
So we call the agents, we say, hey, I understand that you guys are doing and so event. We're very active buyers in this area. We'd like to bring wine and cheese to your event. That's it.
Oh yeah. And then at that event, so the sponsoring is the only people that know it is you and the agent and or broker.
I'm interested in the agents that become
Exactly.
not necessarily the homeowners.
You're right. Yeah.
And number two, the homeowners that don't make offers. Because I'm looking to build. I am building in that neighborhood. That guy who did not make an offer on that house, why did he make an offer? It's a great insight.
Why
What do you mean by
why did he make an offer?
Right.
Okay.
Because I'm at an open house.
Okay.
A couple came in. It's a high-powered couple. These houses are listed anywhere from 800 to 1.5 million. Why did you not make an offer? What is about this house that you did not?
Oh, that you did not like. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
It's a great insight to understand what's happening in the local market.
Yeah, they knocked down those little houses when they built these big, huge houses in Westview. I played tennis down there.
Okay.
Westview and Bel Air, they had these like little lots, and the house takes up like the whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like worth 1.3, 1.4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you're actually building over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been to our project, a couple of ones. We did a construction walkthrough last time, didn't you? We have one coming up on 29th. If you're in town, come show you what we're doing.
April 29th. Okay. Yeah, I've got to look at my calendar because I plan on being in Houston quite a bit.
Westview.
Okay.
It's funny that you don't see yourself as good in marketing. I think the distinction is you're really great in marketing. You just don't see yourself as someone who's out in front pitching the product,
Right.
which is very different from a good marketer. Right? A good marketer could be someone who never goes out in front.
Yeah.
Right? They're all behind the scene. They have a pitchman in front.
Yep.
But so I just wanted to point that out. You're an amazing marketer. You're just not a pitchman. That's all.
Thank you.
And and yeah. So and all of that data stuff that you're talking about to market to homeowners, that could also apply to marketing to investors for real acquisitions as well, especially when you start to get into Facebook advertising, like the actual paid advertising. Facebook go into an amazing amount of data, and with you, like like what I'm hearing, you're a data-driven marketer. And you understand the data really well. You understand the correlation, and where they intersect to give you the most targeted leads, right? The most targeted prospects. And dude, like I would highly recommend you study Facebook ads, Facebook marketing. It's gonna give you exactly all of that stuff in a much easier platform. And like you said, you want to go online. I mean. You'll be right on without ever needing to be a pitchman.
Okay.
Okay, it's good advice.
Do you, Tim? Do you have any communication with Kurt Malley down in Austin still? Was it Black Box Marketing?
Yeah.
I know there's a number of people, but I know there's Kurt. That's down in Austin, and because I would think when it comes to like for me, like from Facebook marketing, this and that, bringing somebody that already has the formula figured out.
What's his name?
Kurt Malley.
Mally.
Mally.
What do these guys do?
Black Book Market. Well, go ahead.
He's,
Black Box.
basically, he helps people run Facebook ads and Facebook campaigns and stuff. It's yes and no, John, in a sense of it depends on who you are. Like AG's personality and like his kind of data, he would
Right, thank you.
outperform Kurt any day.
I could see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see that.
Because I mean, you know, a lot of these guys that do advertising, it's very similar to you talking about, you know, people shotgun approach to like the absentee owner list or the corporate list, right? A lot of these marketers do that. They're like, let me just shotgun it, see what stick, and then you know, and then hone in. There's definitely advantage there, but there's also a disadvantage, like the way that you're, you know, the way that plays to your strength. A lot of these guys don't have that level of understanding of data. You know, how to find a target, you know, audience, and then you know, coming up with the language, right, to then speak to that audience. I'm sure I mean, we haven't talked enough for me to know, but I'm sure
You're right. That's one thing I've never really spent good time on yet. I think I need to, which is how to hone the language.
Yeah.
Clay created my ex-business partner. He created this this very simple letter, right? If non-threatening, I am not calling you out. I'm not a big dude. I'm not somebody who's buying cash homes and solve all problems. And that's kind of sort of the level that we've kept up with.
Yeah.
But you're right. I think we need to go back and look. Somebody was telling me the other day, some people prefer the fact that you're calling them out and saying, listen, I understand that you're in divorce. I understand what you're going through. So they don't have that hesitation. They don't have to explain the situation and tell them what's going on. So like, okay, this guy already knows.
The guard's not up anymore.
The guard's not. Okay, if I'm motivated enough, he already knows. She already knows what's going on.
Mhm.
You're right. We should explore some of that. We've never done that.
Mm.
I just want to think above and beyond direct mail though. That was my point. And you're back on target. I'm going to go and explore more, especially Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, at the data level in which you're talking about, right now online, Facebook is the resource, like it's the source for marketing at that level of data. You know, Google, you can't really. Google is a different type of marketing. Google is more based on, you know, what are they, you know, stepping into the customer's mind and said, all right, what are they thinking about? What are they searching for? What, right? It's a little bit different. It's psychological. What do you call it? Psychodemographic.
I mean, that's a perfect term.
Yeah, versus what you're talking about is you know, it's a different data. It's more demographic, but more I don't know what you call it.
I understand what you mean. Is that Facebook has already done the research for you. Here are people age group between 20 and 35 who are interested in real estate, who live in 15 miles radius of whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Google is Google is going to be more of the wide, not deep, whereas Facebook is going to be more of the deep, because you can really start honing down, as you're talking about even the list that you all pull, and you were very, very specific about
location.
And so
okay, I get my tone. Psychographic versus demographic.
Ooh, psychographic, I like that.
Yeah.
So you're going after demographic. So which is what Facebook is strong in demographic. Google is strong in psychographic.
Interesting.
Right. So when you're running ads on Google, especially Google search, not Google display would be demographic as well. But Google search is more of a psychographic type marketing. What makes Facebook so amazing is
somebody,
that
I think. Somebody's coming up, I think.
Yeah, they probably